All right, so we're in here. It's rather interesting. You're again alpha, but your shadows here look a bit strange. Maybe make this prop non-solid if it is solid. Oh, all right. Maybe disable casting of shadows because there's a light entity up here that's casting shadow right down there that doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know what this is for. Add doors funk button. Okay, do I attack this? I'm not sure. This is kind of confusing. This is orange, which leads me to think that maybe this is where I'm supposed to go, and yet I'm down here. Maybe you should illuminate the path a bit. Now, I don't know what happens in this area. I can't remember, so I can't really comment on it. Again, I don't know what happens here. There are no triggers or anything. There are no buttons. Obviously, people were able to get by here somehow, but I don't know, because I was always kind of behind. I'm confused. So this is pretty bad, unfortunately. But I imagine that'll change because you're not having a boss fight anymore. Reggie Temple doors funk button. Oh no, that's my my plugin. Lol. I thought I used it for a second then. Okay, so let's go on to the next area. And I guess that's kind of so many areas. It's insane. The sandy area. Okay, not really much feedback I can give here because a lot of the feedback I've already given is relevant. I like that you're experimenting here with different environments. However, I don't understand why there's a hurt trigger over the top of this. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Oh, does he blow you off or something? Whatever. I didn't notice him, to be honest. That's cool. You got some story building, but because this is the only story building element that I've come across so far, it comes out as an interactable, and I feel like there's a secret hidden in there or something. I think we tried to get over here and we couldn't. You already know about that. Okay. Trigs enabled? Don't think they are. Okay, we're on to another area here now. Just like a teleportation for some reason into this next area. I guess that's because it's alpha. This looks really cool. This environment seems to be quite different from all the environments you've had so far, and I think the reason for that is because you've got multiple layers of landscape and they're more flat. That really works quite well. I'm quite impressed with that. The only downside I can see here is that this seems to me to be an alternative route. So maybe what you need to do is make this higher and put a clip brush up there or something, put some rocks, I don't know. Unless you want to run with it and make it an alternative route, you could give people two possible ways to go. Maybe you could make them slightly thinner because at this point in the map, there's going to be fewer players. And so it doesn't quite make sense to have such a wide path. But with that in mind, because you've made like enough routes for almost 2 Deathrun maps at this point, maybe you could switch it up, have like 2 routes that you switch between. The only downside with that is that you're likely to duplicate a lot of the trap ideas, and it's going to be a lot more work for you in detailing. And I feel like, judging from what I've seen so far, a lot of the detailing is going to feel the same. So the switching between environments is not going to be that impactful unless you have like an overarching story where players have to go through different environments to complete the story overall, in which case they would have little side quests or whatever, and that would make more sense because they'd have like a completion score to work towards. This environment looks pretty cool. I guess it's work in progress because there don't appear to be any traps. This is interesting, but the problem is this is just platforming on its own. So you need to remember to try to incorporate other hazards on top, layering. So if you have like a manually activated trap in a blank area, that on its own is one trap element. If you then also make the area naturally hazardous by introducing static environmental hazards like these, then you have a 2 layers of traps, 2 mechanics, which makes them more interesting. Although I appreciate the fact that this isn't just a platforming map. Don't know what this guy does, to be honest. Again, Pokemon just out in the open. What are they for? Oh, fuck, I'm on fire for some reason. Okay, that's good. If it's this guy and he sets me on fire, that's really good. More of that, please. Maybe you could make them things that you want to avoid as well. What's this? Yeah, I don't know what's going on here, so no clip. Oh, I think this area is really interesting. I think it has a lot of potential for cool mechanics. You've got the lava, you've got the caves, bit of jumping and so on. Maybe you could add steam vents that people have to pass through. Maybe the steam vents could kill you, give you damage, and they could be on, off, on, off. Maybe they could be manually activated, I don't know. Maybe you could have rock slides. You could go onto some platforms and they could crumble. Maybe they could be manually activated. Also, this area is kind of more narrow, which fits the number of players which are more alive. The only downside I can see so far is there's lots of twists and turns. So I think that it's possible that the runners are more likely to get missed by the activator. So I hope your activator corridor is going to be pretty good. With it being so twisty turny, it's going to be difficult to keep up with them without teleporting people at the activator, I guess. So that's going to be tricky. But one thing you could do is you could have, say, the twist and turns be around like a central activator area. So, for instance, if, let's say, there's your activator corridor. So you teleport from there to there. Okay, that's not too bad, actually. That's just one teleport. It's pretty good. As long as it's obvious where players are coming from. Okay. Good. I'm happy. Let's do nothing. Okay. So let's go to the next area, which I think was the snow area. Which I think perhaps is one of the most developed ones, apart from the forest area. Okay, pretty much. Again, the same feedback applies. I think this area also was quite nice. If you had to slim down the map to only a smaller number of habitats, then maybe you'd go for the kind of green one, the fiery one, and then the snow one. Although the desert one's a good one as well, actually. Not the desert one, the one with kind of the multi levels of stone and stuff that I quite liked. Unless that was just the exterior of the lava habitat. So you've got some verticality here. You've got some more steep hills, which is good. That's really interesting. Makes the game more interesting, and it also helps with visibility to hide stuff. For instance, you could put a funk includer in here, or a world brush and a sky brush on top of it if it was tall enough. If you made these rock walls higher, you could have Pokemon which drop rocks on you. That would also help to strengthen the theme a little bit, contrast it more from others. So with the hills area, you've got more rolling hills with habitats, houses, human stuff. With the kind of deserty, lava-y place, that's obviously very distinct because you've got lava places and stuff, more gaps, etc., rough terrain. And then here you've got kind of high walls. There's another one as well, actually, the temple/dark wood area, which I think was another pretty good thing. Maybe with that, if you had more temple elements, maybe more jungle vibes as well, that'd be pretty cool. Good. Okay, I think I've pretty much said everything I need to say in these videos. I don't think it'd be too hard for you to follow them.